motion. And I tried to kind of like really keep the work really bulky, primitive, strong, you know, kind of thing. In contrast to doing something more along this line. This is also kind of, this is a piece of jewelry, sort of Art Nouveau kind of thing in ivory. And when you play with her, when you kind of go like this, back and forth, I studied Michelangelo for a long period of time around the mouth structure, right? So,
what kind of tool would you use to make a face that small, though?
Well, you have to use power, because it's hard stuff, right? So, you know, I mean, certainly you could do it by hand, but I mean, we'd be still doing here 2 years from now. Right? So, part of it is electric works quite well, but you have to finish it by hand. I mean, finishing work by machines is just, it doesn't work. What else we got? This is argillite, and it's what the Haida work with.
Where do you get your materials from?
Well, this was gifted to me. This was gifted to me by a First Nations guy, and basically when I work in the argillite, it's sort of my kind of mojo, I guess. It was a gift, and I don't really want to compete with First Nations artists because that's what they depend on, right? So what I try and do is.
Was that mandala stuff?
What's that?
Up here. That piece right there.
Well, the bird?
No, the face.
Oh, yeah, it's just idea stuff, right? Sometimes
stuff you're just working on?
Yeah, it was like Chinese carvings, Russian, Persian. Sometimes I just find little things and I kind of study them to kind of...
Oh, these are just pieces that you haven't necessarily made.
No, I made this one. This was my last kind of attempt at trying to do sort of touristy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in tribute to Emily Carr, it's Big Raven, and of course Emily never really was exact in her proportions, so it looks a bit more like a duck. I mean, the painting looks like a duck too, right? To me, anyway. So if you look at the bill and head structure of that in comparison to what it should be, which is, you know, I'm not doing an Emily Carr here, this is me. So that's Raven. This one, though, I thought, okay, I'm going to make it exactly the way she painted it and be done with it, right? So I kind of gifted Emily with, you know, tributing the fact that it was her trip.
And what about these small little pieces down here?
Yeah, they're all little bits and pieces that I found, you know, because sometimes it's neat to kind of, like I did a little ivory elephant for Fia yesterday, and I was doing it with drill. Right?
This is interesting to me. What is this?
Those are Chinese. They're.
Did you do these, or these are just?
No, they're bone. I mean, but the thing with it is, if you look.
What type of bone is that?
I think cattle bone, you know. But they use all kinds of different materials, and I mean, if you look at the face, I mean, three slices and bang, it's got expression. I don't know, gifted bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, I just kind of go, whoa, okay.
See, when I used to live down here, I mean, I've always been in like, well, you know, people call it artsy-fartsy people, but I've always been around. I remember. All right, tell me if I'm wrong, but I want to take a little picture of this little. Oh, I'm doing a video right now. You probably know. But remember back in the day, Tetley Tea.
Yeah.
Gave away little figurines. Where is that from? Is that? Don't tell me that's like a tea thing.
You know, the old thing is that this is sort of a Red Road perspective, but if someone notices something and kind of attaches them to it, then basically the trip is they get gifted that.
Oh, you're giving me this?
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, one thing, I'm a Leo.
Oh, hey, you got time for some? Let me
wrap up this video.
Sure. Let me.